Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. I've been in touch with you all, but I've had a lot to process. It's been a lot of ups and a lot of downs, and the downs have been really down. So, even today was kind of rough and I had to pull myself out of it. Better now, but, making progress. But the purpose of today's video is to share with you a reminder that abundance is not just about money. And I know I've talked about this before, but sometimes content can get lost in other content, and sometimes you have to post things again. So it's very common for people to think that the solution to feeling a sense of scarcity and a sense of lack is more money. Now, I'm not against the idea or the belief that money can make life easier. It can. It can make life easier. But the point that I'm trying to make is that it doesn't matter how much physical money that you have. As long as your mind and your heart are not in the right place, it'll never be enough for you. It's always going to feel like something is missing, and it's always going to feel like you're deprived of something. And depending on what your beliefs are, so whatever your foundational beliefs are, they're still going to be there. So having more money does not fix that problem. And I can tell you right now, those beliefs manifest themselves in different areas of your life. So really, the solution to a mindset such as that is not more money. It's actually working on the mindset and working on those core wounds, those beliefs, and where those beliefs came from, how those beliefs made their way into your life, and working on that. Now, the easier way to go about this is to actually observe and experience the feelings as they come up in the moment. You can do it where you set the intention to go inward and try and excavate. That's possible. I do that these days, but 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to. I didn't have the level of self-connection to be able to do that. So if you're in a space where you're not used to doing that, it's easier. It may be more beneficial for you to really feel the emotions when they come up in the moment. So if you're in a situation where money is starting to dry up and you feel the anxiety come up, like, okay, let's feel this now. What's attached to this? What are the thoughts? What are the beliefs? Like, what am I feeling? It may just be an overwhelming sense of fear. Like, and maybe certain other things come up, like I'm going to be out on the street, I'm not going to be able to eat, blah, blah, blah. So really feel into those things and use that as a way to kind of like almost like a momentum to move you deeper into yourself and where all that stuff is coming from, what the beliefs are around money. So, and I know it's very common for people to have this belief that if only I had more money, it would be different. But really, what needs to be reflected on is your relationship with money, but also, besides money, your relationship with life in general. What do you believe about life? What is your philosophy on life, generally, and related to you specifically? Like, what do you believe to be true about life as it relates to you? Do you feel like life is always against you? Do you feel like, okay, anytime something good happens, I have to prepare for the other shoe to drop? Do you feel like something like bad is destined for you in the future? Do you believe that nothing will ever work out? Do you feel like you're always abandoned or left out in the cold and you see other people developing and advancing and you're not? That's your philosophy on life. That needs to be looked at as well. Now again, as things start to change and transform internally, naturally, your philosophy on life will be challenged. especially if it's time to make a change. If you're transforming, those beliefs and views on life are going to be looked at. You're going to have to reflect on them. And typically that'll happen through some sort of drama, some sort of dramatic situation. And honestly, it's one of the hardest things that you'll probably go through is having to look at those beliefs through dramatic events that happen in your life. But it's a good way to really root them out. But anyway, one of the things that you can do also to move out of a lack mindset or abandonment a mindset is to, and I know it sounds cliche, but it really does help, is gratitude. Gratitude is synonymous with abundance. Gratitude also grounds you in the present moment. Now, I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about that. Now, I'm not really looking at other people's content like that. I personally haven't heard a lot of people talk about gratitude grounding you and keeping you present. Because a lot of times when fears come up around money, abundance, blah, 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 a lot of it is not even centered in the present moment. A lot of it is past stuff. But if you find at least one thing that you're truly grateful for in the moment, it grounds you into the present moment. And it also orients you to the idea that you're supported in some way by life. In some way. You don't have to be supported in every single way based on your personal view, even though you are, but you just have to find one thing that you're truly grateful for and embrace that. The trick is you have to truly be grateful for it, though. And I mean, in the past I used to make like abundance, like gratitude lists. And I feel like it's a good practice, but I find you don't necessarily have to make a list of 50 things. It can help, but finding one thing that you feel like, wow, I'm really grateful for this. It's the emotion that you're looking to really bring your focus on. It's not so much just the mental things that you can think of. It's the emotion created when you're able to conjure up something in your mind and in your heart that you really appreciate in your life. It could be as simple as your physical breath. I'm grateful that I'm breathing, you know? And if you've ever been through sleep paralysis, you probably are grateful that you can breathe. People that have gone through sleep paralysis probably know what I'm talking about. But gratitude cultivates an abundance mindset. It really does. This idea that it's like that I was talking about before, where no matter how much money you have, it's never enough. People who feel that way and see things that way are not focusing on the present moment. They're not present, and they're unable to be grateful for what's here now. And that's one of the ways you're able to actually embody abundance. And like I said, it's beyond just money. Abundance in the physical sense, in terms of, like, let's say prosperity, money, is cultivated from the energy of abundance. And that's just a sense of always having enough in every area of your life, more than enough. And feeling like you're always supported by life. Where it doesn't matter what happens, there's always a solution and there's always support there for you. And then the physical abundance is just a byproduct of cultivating that abundance mindset and that harmonious symbiotic relationship with all of life. Okay? So I think, yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I hope that you're doing okay during this new moon in Leo. And I hope to talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.